Hey folks, it's Charlie here with another Charlie in the Rain interview. And I'm sitting down and having a chat with an artist who's like going to be the next big thing to come out of Australia. I've been saying this since this artist got put on my radar. Literally, I love this artist. I love what he's doing. I'm joined today by Seb Szabo. How are you doing?
I'm doing so good after that intro, man. That was wonderful. Thank you for having me.
Yes, no, absolutely. I'm just so excited to chat about your new music you're putting out and the exciting stuff happening in your world right now. But to start us off, in case anyone's listening hasn't gotten into you yet and is about to like fall in love and you're going to become their new favorite artist, can you introduce yourself? Tell us a bit about your music, anything that's part of your world that we need to know.
Yeah, I guess the main thing that you need to know going into our world is that we're very unafraid of writing songs about the full spectrum of emotion, and that includes happy songs. I like, I think because I'm from Melbourne, and I think there are a lot of artists here who write beautiful songs about being sad or melancholic. We've kind of I can't help but want to celebrate the people and the things in my life that really bring me a lot of joy, and so I think that takes shape in the music and then in our live shows as well. So there's a lot of like bright acoustic guitars, the saxophone. Like we're really trying to move you towards being uplifted and feeling like you're connected to people, and in the same way that a lot of the influences that we have done, like Coldplay or Role Model or whoever, like being unafraid to tackle kind of all different emotions, and to just say the quiet part kind of out loud, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I love that. There's a big, I say this a lot as someone who listens to a lot of sad music. There's a
Mm.
big focus on those like hard feelings, the melancholic, that sort of thing. Sometimes it is good to just sit back and be like, actually, I can be happy. I'm allowed to listen to something positive.
Yeah, I mean, like we shouldn't be unafraid to feel joy. I mean, it's a scary thing for a lot of people, myself included. I mean, connecting with somebody and feeling those big feelings is really, it can overwhelm you, and it can break you if it goes the wrong way. But like, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't lean into it, because that's what being human, being alive is all about. We've gotten so deep already. This is fantastic.
Yes. No, absolutely. It's all those chances where it's like if you don't act now, if you don't do something, you're going to be thinking about it for the rest of your life. You're going to be like, "Oh, this could have been the happiest moment of my life. Too bad we'll never know." And that sort of stuff, I love the what ifs. I love the jumping in the deep end. And you're here with your latest single, Tangerine, All I Want. It is like embracing that like that what if, that like joy, the happy moments. It's a little love song. I am adoring this track so much. Can you tell us a bit about Tangerine, All I Want?
Absolutely. Well, thank you. I'm really glad you like the song. It is a love song. It's very purely that. I think when I first wrote it when I just come back from London, and I'd shared a connection with someone over there, and there are all these little moments I think that like really inspired a lot of joy, and I wanted to write about how the simplest little moment can trigger a whole big sort of cascading realization that this person is bringing you a lot of happiness, and you're just like happy that they're there and with you, and that you get to experience that, and realizing that you're opening yourself up to that again, because I was pretty closed off to it for a while. And then I think I initially thought the song was too simple or too sort of sweet. We kind of forgot about it for a while, and then we brought it back, because I think sometimes the simplest songs are the best ones. Sometimes you just want, there's so much power in just saying exactly what you mean to someone. So if you want someone, you should just tell them you want them, like don't try and be too clever or, too ironic about it. Just fucking, just tell them, because that's how you feel. And that's how I felt. And so I hope that this song kind of inspires people to share it with someone that have that connection with and feel strongly for, just to show their appreciation for that person. That's what it's supposed to be about.
Yes, I love that. It's such like a wholesome sort of like call to action where it's like if you're listening to this, you know what you have to do. You have to
Yeah,
tell them.
exactly. And it doesn't have to be like a crush that you haven't expressed your feelings for. It's more like for anyone. It could be for a friend or a family member or whatever it is. Like just someone who brings you, like who lifts you up, and just makes you feel happy. There's fun in sharing that and like letting people know that they really impact your life in a positive way.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And it sounds like people are also really grasping onto this message and loving it too. The online reception from listeners has been insane. People are chatting about this song everywhere and sharing their love. How does it feel to have these fans and listeners resonating so positively with such like it's a personal feeling and it's such a positive personal feeling as well. How does it feel to have that connection with those feelings of yours?
I mean, I think it gives me a lot of hope that there's a lot of people out there who are like me in the sense that we've all got a lot of big feelings and we don't know where to put them sometimes, and music is a great place for that to be shared, and for people to be sincere, and to find courage within their own lives to take some swings that they might not otherwise, or take a chance on their own happiness that they might not otherwise. And yeah, like me and my band, we're still on the up. We're still a small, a new artist, but it's really cool seeing like however you've impacted. If you've impacted one person with a song, it's done its job. So like getting messages, like somebody messaged me the other day saying that they like are starting to like this song is inspiring them to get back into dating, and I'm like, that's beautiful. Like, yeah, like if it inspires some bravery and like belief in love, then that's infectious. So that's really cool. It's really special.
Oh, I love that. It's such a thing as well where it's like you put out that song into the world and like you can sometimes see, oh yeah, 5 people are listening to it right now, but you don't know if those people are like if it's soundtracking such a significant moment to them or if it's making that change in their head or their heart. And it's such a special thing that music has the power to do. I love that.
It's so cool. Yeah, actually that's a fun thought. I hadn't like you do see like, oh, there are people listening to this song. Like I always want to know where people are listening to it. Are you listening to it in your car? Are you listening to it dancing around the kitchen? Are you listening to it on the toilet? I don't know. Wherever it might be, it doesn't matter. Like whatever experience you need just to like have a little bit of slice of sunshine for. This is a song that fits all experiences.
So, well, that leads me perfectly into my next thing I wanted to ask you. You said it fits all experiences, but I'd love to know if you could recommend like the perfect way to listen to this song, what would it be? Like the ideal listening experience.
I mean, I think it's pretty road trip ready. I think if you're driving down the coast or driving anywhere at 110 with somebody who really brings you a lot of joy, makes you feel like yourself. You can feel like somebody who helps you feel like yourself. Windows down. You guys can just yell the chorus out with each other. Someone told me the other day that like they think it's like a good summer montage song. Like if you have a group of friends and you're all like on a lake somewhere or something, that too maybe. But the truth is, like, I've discovered so many songs in the most random places. Like, discovered music walking around a Cotton On. I've, discovered music in my friend's car or wherever it might be, where you just sit up and take notice. So, like, wherever people find it, it can be meaningful,
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. And I've also heard about this song that it's like there's like obviously like it's recorded and it's released now. People can listen to that like MP3 version, But I've heard when it's performed live, there's a whole new level. It like the words I've heard about this, it's like it elevates it. People actually connect with it on a whole different level. I'm so excited that people can have that connection. I'd love to know, where can we perhaps experience Tangerine All I Want live? Where can we have this magical moment that everyone keeps raving about?
Well, we're coming up on December. We're going to do a little tour. We're going to play in Sydney, Melbourne, and Canberra. Um, Sydney's the 11th, Canberra's the 12th, and then Melbourne's the 19th. And these are really exciting. This is the first headline show I've ever done in Sydney, which is scary. We're tackling the big smoke, which is really exciting. I've been to Sydney a lot this year, and I found it to be a really lovely experience. Don't tell anyone in Melbourne I said that, otherwise I'll be deported. But it's also the biggest Melbourne show we've ever done. But I feel like we've had really lovely experiences playing live this year and building a community around those kinds of feelings of positivity. And there are a lot of people that have seemed to know words to songs that aren't out yet, and so it feels nice to finally start giving them these tunes. And the exciting part is, like, it's 2 months away. There's still a lot of time for people to discover the songs. But yeah, our shows are definitely a place where you can. It doesn't fucking matter if you're in tune or not. Just yell out the words, with as much gusto as you can. It's a place to feel very free to be yourself. So I'm really excited. I live for playing live, and I'm going. All my friends will tell you I'm going stir crazy. Like, we haven't played a gig since Big Sound. As a band, and I am just going nuts right now. I gotta get back out there.
Yes, that's so fair. And I love that you've just said your gigs are a space where you can sing out of tune. Thank you for thinking about us who have not an ounce of musical talent in ourselves.
Oh man, I mean, most of my family is exactly the same, and I'm still convincing myself that I have it. So just it's much more enthusiasm over skill when it comes to music. It's for everyone, you know? It doesn't belong to musicians. Fuck that.
Absolutely. I love that. And you mentioned in there, like, yeah, you recently performed at Big Sound. That was a month and a half ago. It feels like it was actually last weekend, so it's scary to put that time on it. But yeah, recently performed at Big Sound. You opened up the show for Medium Build in Sydney. Like, you're having some of the biggest experiences this year. What have things like this felt like? Like massive pinch me moments. What's that experience been like for you?
I think they're just little signs that we're on the right track, I think. And especially like those kinds of gigs, like the Medium Build shows are really special. I think Nick's audience is very open-minded, very honest, and they respect that in his songwriting. So to play my songs, which are, you know, very much trying to be as honest as possible for them and have it go really well, was really meaningful. And then Big Sound's one of those things where, like, you know, I remember, like, I applied for Big Sound 3 or 4 times and didn't get it. And so the fact that when you do break through with something like that, it is very exciting, and it's a sign that, you know, the work you're putting in is starting to pay off, and you're focused and you're motivated. And yeah, it felt really nice. It felt like we were well rehearsed. We've been playing a lot of gigs this year, brought the whole band up, and we were just able to do the exact thing that we do in Melbourne, just in front of, you know, a bunch of people in the music industry. And if we got a few toes, I feel like we got a few toes tapping. So that was a success. But yeah, it's been a really cool year. The next step is just to get all the songs out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you did get a few of those industry toes tapping, walking around Big Sound. You know, you ask people, like, who did you see? Who do you want to see? Who's, like, on your list? I heard your name dropped quite a few times in those conversations I was having.
Well, that's nice. I mean, it's always a weird thing thinking about if people are talking I bet you're not. But that's nice. That's great. It means that we, at least, you make an impact, whether it's good or bad. No press is bad press, you know?
Exactly. Until it is.
Yes, that is true. I mean, yeah. Look, we're not quite there yet. I'm glad that I'm glad that the name has been floated around there. But it was a fun time at Big Sound.
Yeah, absolutely. And you just said the next step is to get these songs out in the world. I'd like to dream a little bigger than that for a moment. If there was anything you could achieve in the music world, what would be those like top things on the Seb Szabo bucket list?
Oh man, play at the Forum. That's like the number one thing as a Melbourne artist who's been going to gigs there for years. My first time there was to see the Preachers with some of my best friends, and it was so inspiring, like seeing an Australian artist like in that majestic of a room, in your hometown, just like take the place by storm. It's such a magical place. If we ever played a set there, I yeah, I would die. It'd be, I mean, we'd keep going, but like that's the dream. That's the dream, is to play at that venue, um, and that's also a sign of maybe like if we're getting there, then we might be doing some other cool stuff. So we'll take it one step at a time.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'd love to ask then, how can your fans and listeners, how can we support you to get you up to that stage of playing up there? What can we do to best show you that we're loving your music?
I mean, come to our shows, that's for sure. Like come down to our gigs. I mean, buy your tickets early, all that stuff. I promise it's a trade. It is not like you guys supporting us. It's an equal exchange of support. Like we'll put on the best fucking show that you'll ever see. Um, uh, because like we really value the fact that people rock up to our gigs and want to dance with us and sing along with us. So that's the biggest way. And then I guess the other way is to just take. I don't have to hear about it. You just take the song and you know let it inspire you to live your life honestly and freely, and hopefully it makes the songs help people feel a little bit less alone in their own emotional journeys.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like your music is really good to just like have that like dancing in your bedroom moment where it's just like headphones on or blasting really loud, like nothing else matters except for like you and what you're feeling in that moment. And it's such a special like personal connection you can have with the music. It's so underrated nowadays. I feel like we need to bring back like dancing in your bedroom to music.
Yeah, get some. It's fun feeling like you're the main character of your own little rom-com. So uh, yeah, if you wanna take these songs and dance in your bedroom, absolutely. I've done that plenty of times where I've just jumped around like with a hairbrush as a microphone or whatever and like pretended I'm the front man of a band. I think Matt Healy said it once. It's just like there's zero difference between being the front man of a band on stage and being the front man of an imaginary band in your bedroom. You act the exact same way. You're exactly the same amount of silly and goofy and stupid. So we can all do that together, just in our little sectors of life.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love that. And we're speaking of bands, we're speaking with that connection of music. My favorite question to ask people normally is just like who they're listening to in the local scene and the Australian scene. But I want to tailor this question a little bit because you are like a self-confessed hopeless romantic. I
Yeah.
feel like that could be a direct descriptor to describe the music that I am listening to. I would love to know which Aussie tracks and Aussie artists are serving up the soundtrack for your hopeless romantic endeavors.
Well, firstly, I want to know what you're listening to. What is it that you're listening to? I need to hear about the other
Oh my
romantics out there.
gosh.
Give me some
No, don't
time.
put me on the spot like this. I mean, the
Let's go.
way
Yeah,
the way
let's
I
go.
got into your music was like Greta Ray, that sort of
Yeah.
music, that like was my formative, like her earlier music was my formative high school, like high school yearning experience was through that, like Greta Ray, like Tia Costello. Now it's
Mm.
stuff like Lottie McLeod,
Yeah.
the best like heartbreak yearning music, and she's such a darling. Hope D has some pretty good like yearning songs in there.
Hmm.
I think on the spot, that's my yearning soundtrack. Ah, that's
Yeah.
scary. I don't like it when it's turned to me. Let us know who's on yours.
No, I love hearing us. I mean, this is all stuff I love too. So this is great. Yeah, obviously Greta is she's a dear friend of mine and she's incredible. I'm really excited for everyone to hear the stuff that she's working on right now. And yeah, like Lottie Gallagher is great. Listening to her quite a bit. Charlie Lucas is a Sydney artist who I really love. Um, uh, Blusher, really enjoy their stuff as well. Um, just anything that really feels like it's like very much in its own lane, somebody being really true to themselves. Um, yeah, like and then there's all of my my contemporaries in the in the boy with mod cut and big feelings club. You got Charlie Pittman, you got Will Baker, you got Angus Legg, San Joseph, like all of these dear buddies of mine. Yeah, we're all doing our very different things. I think like we're different kinds of artists. Like Charlie's you know, kind of got this punky side to him, and Angus has this beautiful Celtic folk songwriter kind of vibe, and we're doing the kind of Springsteen, heartland thing. But everybody's very supportive of each other, and it's really wonderful to see. And everybody's being very true to themselves and expressing things honestly, which we love.
Yeah, I feel like that's such a magic, like specifically in the Australian scene. I'm sure it's similar in like American music scenes overseas, but in Australia, it seems like no one's out here just trying to like copycat each other. Everyone's got their own distinct voices, distinct stories they're bringing to the stage, and we can all stand up on stage together. It's not like people are trying to be like, we're all vying for this one spot. No, there's a lot of a community here, which is so special.
Yeah, at least that's what I found. I didn't even mention Joan and the Giants, who are like my best friends, who were releasing a song with them soon. So I really should have shouted them out. But yeah, like it's really lovely, especially in Melbourne. I think there's an emphasis on community and support. I found everybody to just be very kind, very generous, and I feel like that's something that will probably continue as we keep moving through and up in the music world, and that's something I want to give back to. I want to give back to the same kinds of people who've helped me and given me chances to share my stuff. What goes around comes around with these kinds of things, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you're just like full of quotable little things.
Yeah, put
You,
me on a
you,
t-shirt. Go on, do it.
you need to release like a quote book or something. I'm loving this.
Like one of those who's the poet? Like Milk and Honey? Is it what's that guy?
Yeah.
I mean, not all of my quotes are fit for a book. I think there's a lot of very silly goose ones that work their way into life. But I think it's the questions. This is good. You're drawing them out of me. They're good questions. This isn't your first rodeo, huh, Charlie?
I mean, you may be like number 85 on the interviews I've done ever, but we can pretend. We can pretend.
Is that like a chronological thing, or is that like a ranking? Am I at number 85? Man, I got some.
85 and like my favorite's number 1, and you're hitting down at that bottom mark. Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Cool. Okay, well, let's keep going because I got some work to do to work my way up that list. Who's number 1? That's what I want to know.
I mean, hey, when we sit down to release this quote book, I'll give you the source ideas, and you can spin off of that. Maybe we'll rise up to the top then.
Okay, all right. I like this. You're dangling a carrot there for me. I've been known to work hard. I will work I'll work my way up that list. Don't you worry.
I believe in you. I have a feeling you might be able to do that.
Yes, let's go. Challenge
Yeah.
accepted.
Yes. Well, I actually have a little fun question. In the spirit of Tangerine, the song being called Tangerine, All I Want, I would
Mhm.
love to know what fruits are up there for you. We're ranking things. We're ranking things. What is that fruit ranking? Is tangerine a fruit you have up on that ranking, or do we have another favorite?
Well, tangerine, the tangerine in the song refers to the
Mm.
color of the light in the bedroom that the song was inspired by. So, um, I can't actually say this is embarrassing. I don't know if I've had many tangerines in my time, but it's a good summer fruit. I do know that. So it'd probably be up there. Um, I mango, mango's up there for me. I think
Hmm.
that could be number one. Um, I I mean I love a good apple. Me and my buddy Angus were debating about what the best apple is. Do you have a go-to apple?
Oh gosh, I'm an I love red apples. Green apples are like the bane of my existence. So any type of
Yeah.
red apple, I'm cool with. If you give me anything
So,
with green apple in it, I'm like running for the hills.
no, that's so fair. I agree. I think Granny Smiths are meant for crumble, and that's about it. But like,
Yep.
do you have a go-to red apple? Like
I'm
a
not picky
pink.
with my apples. I think I'm pretty cool with the apples.
Wow, that's you're the first person that has been so democratic about it. Everybody else that I've talked to about this, we put a poll on Instagram a while ago. There were some strong feelings because I don't like
Okay.
pink ladies at all. Um,
Okay.
but I'm a big fan of Royal Galas. Those are
Yeah.
my number ones. Um, but we're aligned on red apples. That's good. I think like I'm a grapes guy. I like
Okay.
nature teasers, kind of. It's like um, but yeah, there's so many great choices. You get strawberries, blueberries. It's just yeah, I strawberries dipped in chocolate as well.
Okay.
Incredible.
And
Um,
with those grapes, is it like any type of grape? Like,
uh, I I'm a green seedless kind of guy.
yep.
But I could dabble in some red seedless too. But don't give me the pit. It's like don't
Yeah.
don't
Why
leave
is
the
it
seeds in
there?
there.
It shouldn't belong
I,
there.
we've come too far as a society to be putting up with that. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah.
So I just don't I just don't think that it's like what there's a much better option. Like, would you rather eat a piece of fruit with a gigantic stone in it, or would you rather just like bite through and feel free and safe? You know? That's where
Mm,
I'm at.
yeah. No, I feel that. I was having a mandarin the other day and I was just like, the stones were so, like, the little pips and it was so big. I was like, what's the point of this? I'm not actually getting any fruit. Like,
Yeah. I mean, like I know it's what nature intended, but like again, we've outsmarted nature and we've managed to create seedless fruit. Why would we go back? This is a ah. Anyway, I could talk for hours on this topic apparently.
as you should. Start a
Yeah.
podcast where you rank different fruits each week. I would listen.
That's a great idea, actually. We'll just like extrapolate upon. We've been like a couple of friends of mine have been looking at podcast ideas. I feel like maybe this is the one. We just talk about different fruits. There's a banana episode, there's an apple episode. Um, the apple episode we could talk about technology as well, just so nobody's confused as to why they're
Mhm.
listening. Yeah, the ideas are endless.
Yeah, absolutely. Call me up when you get to the orange episode because I've been loving my oranges lately.
Okay, all right, all right. Well, we've got our first special guest sorted. This is fantastic. This is a whole. We're coming for, um, we're coming for Ash and Tate McGregor. They got some good music podcasts, but our fruit one's going to get up there.
Yeah, have they
We're
spoken
coming for you,
about
Dan.
fruit yet? We could start this.
I have no idea, but we're going to try and get in there before they cover that topic as well. Um, no, I love you guys. I would try and compete with you.
We'll just be like we'll be that little like microdose where it's like people turn it on and then go, wait, this isn't the music podcast I wanted. It's like let's find the real one in the meantime.
Yeah, I mean, but like the conversation will be so, full of juice and flavor that like people will have to stick around. Obviously, lure them in under false pretenses, but we'll keep them there.
Absolutely. I feel like that's all the promo you actually need for this new song. Like you don't need to do any like hustling with the algorithm. You can just twist the story. It's not Tangerine the color, it's now Tangerine the fruit. People would eat it
Exactly.
up.
Ah, very good. Well done. That was solid. I feel like that's there we go. There's the tagline. You'll eat this up. We get the ideas of they're just flying around. Wildfire out here.
Yes. Oh, I love it. But we have to go now plan for our podcast. So just thank
Yeah.
you for making the time to chat about all things Tangerine, all I want. Thank you, folks, for listening to our lovely conversation. Make sure to go stream this track because it's genuinely that feel good energy you need as we're in this like we're heating up, we're getting to the summer stage, we're not quite there yet. This song is gonna tide you over. Have you swapping out that like getting that summer wardrobe out, heading out into the sun, wear your sunscreen and stream Seb Szabo's music.
Damn right. Slip, slop, slap, everybody.
Yes. Yes, and yeah, just thank you for making the time to chat.
Such a pleasure. Thank you for having me. This is really fun.